morning. It is Dr. Kimarie on this beautiful, brisk fall morning. It is so gorgeous outside, and I'm getting ready to do my cold plunge, and I wanted to talk about grounding. Cold plunges is really good for grounding as well. I was thinking about it this morning when I was thinking about my tri-weekly plug-in with my grandson. I just love going to Raleigh, which is 4.5 hours away, but I drive happily to take some time. I usually get an overnight visit where I take him to a hotel and we play elevator. It is cold in this cold plunge this morning, I will say that. But I want to talk about grounding because I thought about it. And yesterday he took a fit. He's 4. He wanted sugar when he was tired, and I didn't want to go buy him something to really aggravate the issue. So I said no, which aggravated the issue, of course. And he took a fit at the play gym. And I knew he was just tired, and I wanted to get him something nutritious in his body. So he took his little fit, and I thought about it this morning as I was doing my writing, how I held my ground. And I was proud of myself because I didn't just go and get him the thing. And then he needed love, and I just snuggled him for a few minutes, and then he recharged, he got back up, I got him a good snack, and he played more. So it was wonderful. But I thought about it, and I said I held my ground. And I was proud of that. It's not easy to do when you're a grandmother and you got this little cutie face that you only get every so often. You know, you want to give them everything. But I was proud of myself. And then I thought, held my ground. Oh, that makes sense. I always talk about grounding, and I never really put it together. Held my ground. So literally holding your ground, like a lot of times when I teach grounding, one of the things I talk about is when we're inside, just imagining, taking some deep diaphragmatic breaths and imagining roots growing from the bottom of your feet and your tailbone and plugging into the earth. And then I have them imagine being like a willow tree, just swaying along, but noticing that when the wind blows or when there's harsh temperatures or conditions, that we don't lose our grounding, right? We don't lose our being footed. We just sway with it. If you look at a willow tree, it just beautifully dances in the wind and doesn't get uprooted. And so just thinking about grounding and the importance of it. And we know we are not grounded when we are unfocused, when we're nervous, when we're feeling spacey, when we're questioning things, when we're having difficulty coming up with solutions, when we're very impulsive and we're giving into a lot of cravings, we're easily distracted or feeling wired. We tend to not finish things, we're more restless, and we are more disoriented. So to get grounded can be easy, and there are many ways to do it. One of them is the cold plunge. Not that I'm trying to sell the cold plunge, but it is pretty awesome. It is a great way to get present and to build the brown fat. I talked about yesterday how I was reminded on this trip because it's gotten colder. So now I usually take them to a hotel where there is a pool so we can play, so we can go in an indoor pool. But what I've noticed in the indoor pools in the cold months is it's not that warm, and it's like tepid water, and it gets cold, and I get cold. So that's what made me start doing the cold plunging, to build up the brown fat. So yesterday or the night before, we were in the pool, and he's like, he wants me in. He wants me all the way in, and he wants to hang out in it for a good hour and a half. So I noticed that, yes, I was still a little trepidatious about getting in, but once I got in, it was great. And I was fine. I didn't shiver at all. I wasn't cold afterward. A lot of times I get cold in my bones. I mean, I'm sitting in water right now as I'm talking to you. That is 45 degrees, and it's fine. You see that I'm fine. I'm not shivering. I built this up. I built up a tolerance, and I built up the brown fat, but I don't get cold when I go outside, and I was someone who was always cold. So just thinking about another good way to ground. Another thing I love to do for grounding is earthing, standing on the earth in the morning with my bare feet, and I do my little tapping and my little routine, and I just call in health, right? Because what the grounding does is it regenerates the cells in our body and gets them in alignment so they're not scattered all over the place. I know that sounds much less scientific than it's explained, but it really does make a difference. You can tell in seconds whether you're grounded or not. And usually people that think they're grounded aren't, right? If you're acting erratic for any reason, or we can't stay calm and peaceful, then check in, take a couple deep breaths and ground yourself and just feel how present you are. The other thing I love about the cold plunge and being in cold water is it does make you present. You are focused on your body, on the condition that you're in, and maintaining that state. So be grounded today. Have an amazing day. Love you lots. And please tune in to my YouTube channel and like my stuff. If you're on here watching, please like it. It means a lot. It helps me know if this is something you're interested in continuing hearing. And also subscribe to my channel. Have an amazing day. I love you. Bye-bye.